time, Nomura was able to wriggle off the hook with 1:30 to go, and now they hold a favored position.
We're not going to have it. They call to each other.
Game here is to get up to full speed. KR makes his move first, and he'll be going faster when the gun goes off.
Go down below the line. 20. 17. 14. 13. 4, 3, 2, 1, gun.
Another clean start and another good job by Dellenbaugh.
That's really kind of actually funny. That Bill was off by 2 seconds in the countdown. But hey, whatever. Hi, good evening, everybody. I'm here. I'm alive. Believe it or not, it's kind of crazy. There's a lot of silliness going on in the internet world right now that I have been watching, and I have been I've been a little concerned about. But you know what? What goes on in the internet world is not really relevant to my life right now. And there are things that are going on in the internet world that make me quite angry. The people in I hate to even use the word the community. Because it's not. It really isn't. It's a oh my goodness, what happened there? I just went all kinds of blue. Good heavens. Why am I blue? Am I blue? Am I blue? Ain't these tears in these eyes telling you? Okay, there we go. Was I gay till today? I wish I could remember all the lyrics, but whatever. Yeah, I'm still here. What's going on in the community has been very disturbing. First of all, I don't understand why anyone should tolerate or anyone should be adjacent to essay of any kind. Okay, that's basically it. Defensive of it, you're just like, basically, shut the fuck up, people. It's like, when you have a condition where two people are basically saying, or one person saying, "Hey, listen, this dude violently assaulted me." Maybe you should just shut the fuck up and not rush to judgment. Or rush to defend the person who was accused. Or maybe you should just not go there. I mean, I'm sitting here in Maine dealing with Graham Plattner, and it's like, I'm not really altogether that cool on this. We'll see how that plays out. But I don't see how yeah, I don't see how one guy, it's somehow a gotcha that this other guy, well, what about, it's like, okay, well, Elliot, maybe did, maybe didn't, but or blah blah blah, and yes, he took advantage. But what about Michael? Yeah, well, what about Michael? Fuck him too. What y'all are missing are the fucking victims. Nancy was a victim who did Michael's. They're victims. What the fuck are you doing? What you doing? Why are you calling me out? It's all my former associates are because. Well, I guess your play for clout didn't work out. Guess what? I don't want any clout. Guess what? When I'm on the stream where I called you out, Ben, where I called you out, Arden, where I called you out, Matt, I wasn't going for clout. Do you get it? Do you think you're bigger for putting me down? How are you bigger? Y'all are getting fucking speaking fees at NanoCon, right? It's like I got no skin in the game. I got no fucking skin in the game. I got no I got no fucking I got you know, I'm not monetizing my position in the atheist community. You are. And you fucking have the goddamn gall to call me out for going for clout by saying that a guy who legitimately got shit faced drunk and got involved in some hanky panky that was no goddamn good. And a woman who fucking who wrote out what happened to her. How can you read that and not think? Elliot Martin's got some splaining to do. How can you read that and not think he's got some splaining to do? What all you're doing is defending your position. And you're doing it, you know, on the backs of people who basically said, "Hey, could you please consider the position of these people?" And I hate to say it, but you know, hi, Colossia, how are you? Hi, Rochelle. But you know, I was there for some people when another atheist channel decided to feature a guy who was going and doxing trans people. I'm not even gonna fucking mention it, but you all know what I mean. I'm sure a lot of you do, right? And the very same person is calling me out for clout chasing. Are you fucking kidding me? So anyway, I get by with a little help from my friends, and I know my friends are, and they're certainly not in this community or any of these communities online. I know who my friends actually are. They're the ones who talk to me. I also know who I will fight to protect. I will fight to protect. I will. Bree McCune does not deserve the heat she's getting from the people who are going after Nanacon. She doesn't. She's been, she's basically been saying Elliot's got some explaining to do since the get go. This whole fucking back and forth has been a shit show. And the thing is, the people that keep getting away with it are the perps. Right? SR's gotten away with it. Michael Beverly's gotten away with it. Don't, you know, don't, the whole whataboutism around this whole fucking thing. It's like, what about Nancy? Hmm? Hmm? I guess I had to say something about this because it's been bugging me. It's like I've been watching this from afar, and I really have stepped away from the whole thing. And a big reason that I've stepped away from it is because since I actually raised the, can we talk about this? Let's get this. Let's get some of this shit straight. And it was all like, no. Basically, the answer in the high tier. I'm talking high tier. I'm talking Matt. I'm talking Jimmy. I'm talking Arden. I'm talking Ben. I'm talking the high tier, the A number one atheist crew. I'm talking the ACA. I'm talking all these fucking bozos. It's like, no, we can't talk about that. No, we can't fucking talk about that. Matter of fact, what they did is basically said, well, geez, I guess your clout chasing didn't work out for you, did it? These guys are making money. They are paying money to people like me who buy their bullshit. When you don't buy their bullshit, they don't pay you money. Okay? They rely on gullible people to go out and think that they're doing good by telling Christians that they're full of shit. All right, well, bully on you. What are they doing with their fucking lives? I'm telling you what, Arden. I'm telling you what, Matt. Raise snakes. You probably have more affinity with them than you do with human beings. But you won't. You won't do that because there's a whole lot more money in going to fucking atheist conferences, flying to Australia, flying around the world, and and God bothering or anti God bothering. It makes more money. They no fucking wonder you can't write a fucking book, Matt Delaney, because you are a fucking illiterate bastard. Fuck you. You wanted to be a goddamn Baptist preacher? Guess what? You're a goddamn atheist preacher. And you're both and you're goddamned either way. Honest to God, I think you'd be better off throwing all of your fucking brains into raising snakes and continuing to play this game and continuing to basically accuse other people of trying to gain clout. You fucking asshole. Your entire fucking game since you joined the fucking ACA was gaining clout in the atheist community. You're a joke to me. That's all you've got, mate. That's all you got. At least I've got some fucking trophies on the wall from the equally meaningless pursuit of sailboat racing. Fuck you. Okay, so you've got that YouTube, I don't know, 1 million followers or whatever the fuck it is. I've already told everybody on my channel, don't follow me. You said deal. And then you deleted the fucking comment, you dick. You're a joke, mate. You're a fucking joke. You call us a community? Are you fucking kidding me? You're all together, every single fucking one of you people. Well, you people. I'm being I'm being a bit of a jerk here. That's when I say you people. It's like, please don't be fooled. All these little creators that it's people like me who wanted to get in to the YouTube space and just tell people about their experiences myself as a trans person and stuff, it's like, you never cared about us. You never did. Hi, Purple. You never did. You never cared about us. We cared deeply about you. That's the whole, the whole parasocial shit. It's garbage. And, all these big guys, they're just swinging their stuff, slagging their shit around. And they're doing it for money. They're making money, lots of money. The line was paying me like $25 an hour to screen calls, right? I don't know how many other people they tell that, it's like hey, you in with the in crowd, right? You toe the line, you get the dough. You don't toe the line, you don't get the dough. And as a special extra bonus, you get told off here and there. But here's me, I don't care. This channel don't care. I don't care if Matt Dillon follows me or not. I don't care if fucking Ardenhart follows me or not. I don't care if anybody follows me or not. I don't care if Ben Hamilton follows me or not. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit. We tried to do a transposition things where we're actually talking about news. The things that were actually affecting the trans community. It's like, and I've always tried to talk about things that affect me as a 72-year-old trans woman. That's what I've tried to do. But no, it's not good enough because you know what sells? You know what sells? And what I'm saying right here is the key thing. What sells? As in MONEY, baby. How the line makes money. It makes money on controversy. You know all the people you hate to listen to who call in? Guess what? They're the people they want to call in because the money rolls when there's controversy. It's not about community. It's about discommunity. It's about manufacturing a show. It's about putting on a show for fucking money. That's what it's about. I'm not lying. I've seen it. I know how it works. I know how much these guys get paid. They get paid to be assholes to Christians. That's what they get paid to do. The debate bros, the atheist debates. The atheist debates. These are the atheist debates. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? The Atheist Debates Project. Why this guy's an asshole? Are you fucking kidding me? please send me, like, subscribe, yeah, and your generous donations. They're making money off of you guys. I was too. I regret it. I like the dough. Believe me, you know. I've been in, hey, listen, you try being a 72-year-old trans woman who's unemployed. You know, you try living a fucking year like that and see how it works out for you. God damn it. Yes, of course. It's like, yeah, I'll take the money. But it's like I'm not it's it, it, it's not real. It's not at all real. Ni nice purple, I appreciate that. It's like, yeah, well, keep on keeping on. I was like, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer here. It's like, I am for all of my, look, I'm for Arden. I'm for trans people. I'm a trans woman, for fuck's sake. I literally, I sent I sent a nice thing, basically saying, glad your procedure worked out. And it's blah, blah, blah. And to Arden. And she came back with, well, fuck you anyway. Okay. Yeah. Fuck you too, I guess. But no, I'm not going to say that. I know how hard any of these journeys are. I know how hard it is to journey out of faith. But I also know that the guy who wanted to be a Baptist preacher and make coin off of Christianity is now making coin off of atheism in a big fucking way. You know, this was never the goal. Never the fucking goal of my channel. The, the goal of my channel was to show trans women that they can succeed. And I'm still racing. I'm still judging sailboat races. I'm still making shit on a sewing machine. I'm still going to my local bar and interacting with real fucking individuals who are transphobic as fuck and convincing them that I'm just another human. I didn't start this channel to make any kind of money. We didn't start the transpositions to do that. But that's not what makes the dough. That's not what makes the do re mi. And we're naive. What makes the do re mi is lecturing at conventions and doing this and that. And doesn't fucking matter what happens at those conventions, does it? Apparently. It pisses me off. I am not going to do the you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit thing. I don't like that. It's not my style. And I also don't think it's legit. I don't believe any human is a piece of shit. I don't. Any, the people that disappoint me, disappoint me because they could doing so much better. I don't think that you manage to get people to do better by calling them pieces of shit or human trash. I really don't. I don't think Elliot Martin is human trash. I don't think I don't think any of these people who have been called human trash are human trash. I don't think there is any human trash. You know, I am a child of my Methodist forebears, and God don't make no junk. I'm sorry. Even if I don't believe in God, I don't believe humans are trash. And purple, I hear you. You hate the community drama. Most of it could be avoided if the people talked it out among themselves without making a public show. That's not how it works, mate. I'm sorry. Shoving it under the rug is a bit of a problem. Assault, assault at a community gathering deserves a public hearing, or at least deserves a public discussion. Averting our eyes to what's going on right in front of us is not I is not a good procedure. And when that's done, as we've seen as we've seen, I mean, it was done for I'm guilty. I'm guilty as charged. I heard about this in fucking August. Guilty as charged. But here's the thing. Reason I didn't make any kind of deal out of this after I heard about it was I'd already been personally attacked myself. This is not a safe community. It isn't. There are a bunch of really jealous people that go back and forth and this and that. For whatever reason, people concerned about the number of subbies, the number of this, the number of that. It's a dick waving contest on YouTube, and it sucks. This community sucks. It honestly does. It's not fun. That's why I'm away from it. And that's why I'm literally saying, please unsubscribe from my channel. I'd like to see my subscribers I'd really like to see my subscribers, drop by 50% tonight. Do it. You know, I just like, and with the recent stuff, it's like, oh, what about Michael Beverly? Well, yup. What about Michael Beverly? Bad juju. glass houses, stones, all that. Yep, absolutely. But the what about shouldn't be about Michael or Elliot. You're comparing perps. What about Michael's victim? What about Elliot's victim? What about those people who were victimized? What about focusing on that? You stupid bastards. I don't see how. It's like it's like what's happening with Graham Platter in Maine right now. Well, what about Graham Platter and this chick? Yeah, what about that? Let's not talk about Graham Platter. Let's talk about the victim. Let's also talk about about all of Trump's victims. Huh? Let's have compassion for those people and not put people like either Plattner or Trump into power. Honest to fuck. And maybe the Plattner stuff is rat fucking. I don't even fucking know. But one guy got himself elected twice president of the United States when he's clearly adjudicated as being somebody who sexually assaulted, E. Jean Carroll. The fuck, the fucking fuck, right? I don't know, man. I'm just sitting here looking at this crap and going, what the fuck? I've stayed on the sidelines as much as I can. I have defended Bree as often as I could because she's basically has the same take as I do. Guy's a fucking dick. What can I say? Raging on and raging on, calling people, calling various people pieces of human trash is not the way to fucking make this work out for anybody. In my little sport of sailboat racing, somebody violates a rule, you protest them. Calling them pieces of human trash will get you ejected from the fucking sport. Because that's not the way mature human beings behave. It isn't. I was called a piece of human trash by a very prominent member of the community for wishing them well. All because I said, SR's got some explaining to do. And I'm a piece of human trash. Mhm. Mhm. You tell me. You tell me. How's that work? Anyway, yeah, I actually, I wasn't gonna actually rage on about all this shit, but I felt like I kind of had to because there's been a lot of raging on about this shit, and none of it has has suited my taste entirely, right? And it's like not. It's always been focused on the prominent people in the community. Maybe I've done that a little bit much. Maybe I've done that a bit on this stream. With speaking about Matt and the line and the ACA and all that other shit. But those are the guys that are making the money. I mean, I think really honestly that that's a legitimate thing to raise. Given that, especially given that Elliot is, Christ, what the fuck, what's its nuts? Um, show just last Sunday, dude who used to do a Sunday show on the ACA, and I forget his name. It's like it's right over my head. Um, but yeah, Elliot and it'll come to me at some point. But it was Eric and V, who did what they did, wha Secular Generation or something like Skeptic Generation, yeah, right, so Elliot's on there last fucking Sunday, and guess what they're all trying to do? They're trying to monetize this, right? I'm not trying to monetize shit, but this is their job. I sew. I sew and I sail. I just tried to run a sailboat race tonight, but guess what? There was no fucking wind. So as a consequence, I'm frustrated and I'm sitting here talking to you people about atheist politics. But it's like, what the fuck, man? It's all about the money. for for the big creators. It really is. It's literally about the money. It's not about anything else. It's why Dillahunty is very frank. I'm happy that Jimmy Snow and Matt and and Seth, although he's a little bit more shy about it. They're very frank about it's like we're no, I'm not going to do this unless you pay me. They're professionals, but they're professional whats? Maybe you need to think about what they're professional at. They're professional at debunking Christian myths. Well, I can tell you something right now. You can be a really goddamn good amateur debunker of Christian myths, and you don't need to get paid for it. You can actually just sort of talk with people, and you don't need to come to fisticuffs over it, and you don't need to go into deep debates about Christian morality versus atheist morality about it, because god damn it, what what do you think this fucking thing has done to the whole atheist morality thing? I don't know if any of you are familiar with the musical Hair, but it's like, Um, I'm thinking of a I'm thinking of a tune that is a real satirical take on, I'm free now, thanks to your Massa Lincoln, emancipator of the slaves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Emancipator of the slaves. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Motherfucking pater of the slaves. It was like, what the fuck? It's, follow me into the promised land of atheist nirvana. Like, what the, you know, not that anybody's actually saying that, but really, honest to God, that's where the money is. They're making money off of this shit. They're making money off, they made enough money to pay me shit for for screening, and other people are apparently now that I'm gone. And by the way, it's like, oh, well, I guess I'm not making much clout anymore. I guess I fucking lost it. It's like, but I don't care. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. That's the difference. The messages I get from those assholes is like, well, I guess you lost all your clout. It's like, yeah, well, you should have stuck with me, kid. I could have taken you to the top. That's horseshit. I'm not sticking with people who stick up for fucking people get shit faced drunk and throw women down the stairs. Not really cool with that. I'm, I'm sorry. And I don't believe absolutely everything that Nancy's ever said in her fucking life, including in the fucking letter. I don't believe absolutely everything because I also believe what Breeze told me about the, the, you know, the other shit. I believe that. It's possible for me to believe a number of things, but but one thing I know is nobody knows what happened in that stairwell, and the only person that said what happened in that stairwell is Nancy. And everything else is all about, well, she was hugging and kissing and blah, 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 blah. And that is so much rape apologist. I mean, Michael Beverly may be a fucking jackass and actually somebody that I don't want to have anything to do with on account of the fact that he's adjudicated, uh, 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 a perpetrator of SA. But he's right about that. The only people who know. I'm a skeptic too. But I'm not gonna, Bree wasn't there. Bree wasn't at the convention. The people that were there, Arden was there, Ben was there. They basically their idea was, well, they were getting quite frisky, and I believe they were getting quite frisky. Um, which is why I don't necessarily believe absolutely everything that Nancy said in her thing, but it's like when it comes to what happened in that stairwell, it's like I have no reason to disbelieve anything she said. And that's the whole thing. The precursor is the is providing an avenue to disbelieve everything that happened subsequently. And there was a medical report, and there was stuff, and there was stuff incidentally, you know, that was reported. The entire narrative is, I don't want to fucking rehearse this because it's just crazy. The thing that really bothers me is that none of these people even that that there that there's so much pushback. There's so much denial that anything could possibly have gone wrong with Elliot. It's like, oh well, we're gonna ramp up security to make sure that it's safe, 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 safe. And these lunatics are out of their minds, and nothing ever happened, and Nancy's a fucking liar, and all this other bullshit. It's like that's way over the fucking top. Rather than asking, shit, seems like something happened. Maybe we could start to reckon with it. Nobody's gone there on that side, on the profit making side, on the people that make their fucking living going to these conferences and getting paid to do it. Make you wonder why. The people that are loudest about this are the people that are getting paid to go to these fucking conventions and give talks. If you don't think Seth Andrews is getting paid, you're fucking crazy. If you don't think Matt Dillon is getting paid, you're fucking crazy. They are. That's how they make their coin. I make my coin sewing. Matt Dillon makes his coin talking. So does Arden Hart. So do all of those speakers. And if they're not making coin right now, they're aspiring to. You want to talk about fucking clout seekers? It ain't me, babe. It ain't me, babe. I seek out my clout behind a sewing machine and on a sailboat. That's where I seek out my clout. I don't give a fuck about clout in this community, and I never fucking have. I've only spoken and been me. And that's directed at you, Dilhoney. You, Hart. You. You. Because that's what you told me you thought I was doing. How did it, how on earth do you think my saying stand up, go against your fucking coin interests and stand up for a woman who was very probably assaulted at one of these conventions. How is that clout seeking? Ya dick. You know, my channel's actually declined by a bunch, and I really don't care. As a matter of fact, I suggest all of you unsubscribe from my channel as soon as possible because I'm just a shithead. And uh, you know, my activism at this point is all about my local pub and my local sailing and my work. My actual fucking work, not this imaginary bullshit atheist activism on YouTube that's only done for profit. Am I disgusted with people? No. I understand people. I understand why they do it. Am I happy about the way they do it? No, not at all. Because they call me out for being a horrible human being seeking clout. It's like, uh, it's like pot, kettle, etc., and so forth. It's like you've already got clout. You're using your clout to smack me around, dude. What the fuck's up with that? How does that work? No, I don't think, it's like that, but it's Jay Bundy is like, well, you know, I don't like you're basically calling people human pieces of garbage. I don't. And so he calls me. He's like, oh, well, yeah, fuck you. You don't tell me what to say. It's like, yeah, I don't. You do you, boo. That's fine. But guess what? Calling people human pieces of garbage is not gonna ain't gonna cut the mustard. Anyway, I've been on here for an hour. I've railed on here for an hour. I don't know if anybody from anywhere is ever gonna see this, but I will say in closing, um, I'm racing tomorrow. It's been a good season so far. I tried to run races tonight. Frustratingly, the wind did not cooperate. I'm running a sailboat. I'm running races on Saturday and Sunday at my local club, and you know, I ran like what was it last weekend? No, it wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before the 4th of July weekend. I ran a race for I was a judge. I was an on the water judge with 4 other judges on the water judging a contest with 70 competitors. And it's like, you know, that means so much more to me than dealing with this bullshit. I mean, speaking up for it and against it, and believe you me, if it happened at in my local circumstances, you'd see Mama Bear staff going crazy, and I'm hemi demi semi going crazy here too. But I'm trying to do it in exactly the same way as I would right? I've said before, it's like I'm getting off the internet because I'd rather get involved in a bar fight than I would get involved in a fucking pissing contest on the internet. And it's absolutely true. But I'm telling you all, just do the best you can to evaluate where the money is at. You don't It's why do you think these guys just hammer on about super chats and subscribers and all of this other shit? It's like they're trying to make money and they're making it off of you. That's part of that system, and it's not, you know, all right. It can work, but personally, I think it's kind of garbage. Anyway, um, good night. I love you all. I love those of you who've managed to tune in. Let's see. I gotta hit the thing. End stream. There we go.